Alright, here we are again. Criterion Stove. The igniter went out again. Bought it brand new. It lasted for 3 months. I put a replacement one in. It lasted for 4 months and burnt out again. Air 2 code. Anyway, this is what the original one looks like. It's really thick. There is no replacement part for it. But I want to put this one in. This is for multiple stoves. It's a universal one. And the brackets. The brackets actually, if you line them up, they will fit perfect. So I want to try and put this one in. Doing a resistance test on the universal one, we get 54 ohms. On the original, we only get about 13.5. So that tells me the original one is a little more beefy. We're going to start this up and see how many watts it's drawn right now. It is drawing 47.8 watts with the light on. Let's hit bake. Start. Let's see if this thing starts glowing. It's not doing nothing. So this igniter is going to be totally shot. And we're getting the air 2 code again. Already got the old one pulled out. We're going to check for resistance. And we're showing nothing. The wires look fine, so I'm going to break this apart to try and find out what happened to this thing. The hell? Looks like the wire's all connected still. The hell, it looks fine. Let me test it again once. Alright, I tested resistance at both ends of the plugs, and it is open. There's no resistance. Alright, but if I check each leg, you'll hear that's going. That has resistance. Let's try the other one. Now we're testing right down here. Okay, there's resistance there also. But if you go in between, there's none. So this whole glow bar is shot for some reason. Alright, I got the universal one in. And I use wire nuts, so I could use the old clips. Let's turn the oven light on. Right, let's see what's going on. We hit bake, start. Let's see what happens. Let me open this up. Okay, she's glowing. Drawing 482 watts. Still preheating. Okay, its burners are supposed to kick on within 60 seconds. Let's see what happens. I'm still getting an air too. Let me turn this back on. Alright, we need to be, well, we're at 3 amps, between 3 and 3.6. Okay, now it's dropping. And it's not going to ignite again. It's glowing. Air 2. Alright, I guess we'll just put the original in, see what it does. We got the original igniter in. I'm gonna turn on the stove, see what she does. Bake, start. Alright, well, it was over 3 amps. Now it's dropping down to 2. Oh, I don't think this is going to start. Oh, it did start. There you go. She's burning. Well, I guess that works. And we got 312 watts it's pulling. That's with the light on too. And the igniter's just under 2 amps. Alright, so I don't know why this one didn't work. I guess ohms makes the difference. In conclusion, there's basically 2 types of igniters or glow bars. Both are silicon, and the first, as you're looking here, is the carbide. And these things, when they heat up over time, they'll just crack. They are so brittle. Even though they seem to last for a pretty good time. These typically take, say, 50 to 90 ohms to operate. And if you have a stove like mine, you'd have the Nitride style. And these are more rugged, they're durable. The other one I could break with my fingers. This one I actually had to break in half with a hammer. But even so, when they burn out, it seems like whatever's conductive in here burns away over time, and they just stop working completely. Now, when I put this kind, the carbide style, in my stove, even though it lit up and everything, the circuit board could tell something was wrong, and it would not allow the gas valve to open. And that's the only thing I can speculate. What I'm worried about is the newer style, the Nitride. This newer technology, and in the future they might be putting this in all stoves, which might be a problem if they don't work out the issues with these things lasting. Unless I'm having a streak of bad luck. Customer service did say that these were actually more dependable and that I could have a circuit board problem. I don't really think that's the case. I think these are just designed to break quickly. I mean, I think each time I probably had about maybe 20 hours on my stove. Now, if you have a stove like mine, you can only get the Nitride style. You cannot find this part. This is the part number. You can't find it on Amazon or eBay at this point. Maybe in the future they will, but you can email customer service up here. They got back really quick. Not so much when I tried to call them. I had to leave a message, so I just emailed them. But they were really good. Asked them when my warranty runs out how much the igniter would cost me, and it would be $35 plus shipping. So in other words, if it breaks again, I'm looking at $50 every time. I sure do miss the old days of the pilot light, that's for sure. Not too many problems with them. Even my old stove. If instead of replacing it, I should have just replaced the igniter, I probably wouldn't have the problems I'm having today.